welcome to another Elkins travel adventure. This adventure was a quick, budget-friendly Valentine's Day trip for just Andy and I. We flew into Orlando and stayed at the All-Star Movies Resort. We booked this last minute, but it was a great room and a perfect location near the front of the resort, close to all the dining and the shops and the bus stop. So I'm going to share with you how we use Disney's free transportation to get around on our little Valentine's getaway. We decided we wanted some beignets for breakfast, so we took the bus to Animal Kingdom Park and then hopped on an empty bus to the New Orleans French Quarter Resort. This is such a beautiful resort, named after the New Orleans French Quarter in Louisiana. Pascagoula Floatworks serves American and Cajun Creole cuisines, but just next door is Scat Cat's Club Cafe, and you can pick up those yummy Mickey-shaped beignets. I was delighted to see characters walking around. We got to meet Goofy, Donald, and Pluto dressed in their 50th anniversary outfits. Goofy. We have acquired our beignets, but you got to shake them first. Hot and fluffy. We also got the caramel dipping sauce. We gotta start with an ear, right? Gotta start with an ear. Woo! Then we got Goofy over there dancing around behind us. Let's see what this tastes like. That sauce is great.
Just by themselves, they're all.
The center of attention. We had to eat the ears first, though. Did you even eat beignets if you didn't make a mess? Right.
At least I puffed me up.
The weather was perfect. We enjoyed a nice stroll through the resort as we made our way to the water taxi that would take us to Disney Springs. This resort opened in May of 1991, and it currently has over 1,000 rooms. We've never stayed here, but we have stayed at Disney Port Orleans Riverside, which is located next to this resort and shares a lot of the same transportation. It is also a beautiful place. Disney Port Orleans and Riverside and French Quarter, and it is a massive resort. Water taxis about every 15 to 20 minutes, so we didn't wait long before we jumped on this water taxi and had a beautiful ride to Disney Springs. And our driver was amazing and gave some great information about the area and the conservation that Disney does.
last couple of weeks and are on their way north. But the purple martins and the twilight bats we see skim in the water help eat the mosquitoes for us. Disney's Animal Science and Environment has a Facebook page. You're welcome to follow them so you can see all that we're doing for the animals in captivity.
Disney Springs is a fun shopping and dining location. We enjoyed walking around to some of our favorite shops. I absolutely love Earl of Sandwiches there. If you ever want a cheap meal for a great price, delicious food, Earl of Sandwiches. You can't go to Disney Springs without going into the Disney store. I love just walking around and seeing what's new and seeing if there's something I must have. Here's a quick little montage of some of the 100th merchandise that they had available when we were there. Even though this was a last-minute trip, I was able to snag a lunch reservation for the two of us using the My Disney Experience app at the Boathouse, which is one of my husband's favorite places. We were able to sit outside and enjoy this awesome weather. Here's the Boathouse menu. They do have oysters, but I'm not interested in oysters. I am interested in this coconut shrimp. And then we're going to split this filet mignon sliders with some truffle fries. That should be delicious. Look how fluffy. Yes. So good. And you smother it with that nice creamy butter. It's awesome.
I'm out of town, I'm sorry.
Yeah, let's take all the butters.
So good. So if you can't get a reservation, you can go to the Dockside Bar over there. Here's our coconut shrimp. Okay, so this is the little filet mignon slider with some truffle fries and their aioli. After lunch, we strolled down the deck to see some of these old boats, and we were ready to explore another resort area. I wanted to see the new horse stables over at Fort Wilderness Resort. So we went to the bus station area and got on the resort bus for Fort Wilderness Resort. Once you arrive at Fort Wilderness, you have to get on an internal bus at the fort that will take you back to the back of the resort next to the stable area. This is a massive resort. We have camped here once and I can't wait to go back. So that happened really quick. We got off of the bus from Disney Springs here at Fort Wilderness. As soon as we stepped off, the bus was ready to bring us over here to the settlement. So we're gonna go in here to Pioneer Hall, and we brought our refillable resort mug, and you can refill that at any resort. So we're gonna go in here and get us a quick drink before we walk over to the little gift shop. So it was actually here that we went in and refilled our cup. Pioneer Hall is where Hoop-Dee-Doo Review is at. We just wanted to correct that, but we went in here to refill our mug. But now we're going to go over to the Settlement Trading Post, little gift shop over there. There is so much to do at this resort. This makes me want to come camping again here at Fort Wilderness. We came a couple of years ago camping to celebrate our adoption, and it was awesome. Tri-Circle D Ranch has a long history of housing the happiest horses on earth, as it was part of Walt's vision to bring horses to Magic Kingdom Park, much like he did in Disneyland. Tri-Circle D Ranch was established before opening day of Walt Disney World Resort, making his wish come true. And in 2020, the new stable opened featuring larger stalls for horses. Press to hear. There it is! You can hear it! Yes! That's amazing! This is the 1907 Dragon Calliope. Walt Disney purchased the horse-drawn musical wagon for Disneyland Park in the 1950s, and it is currently on display here at the Disney's Fort Wilderness Resort and Campground. Not here right now. Neither is. Oh, there's Hershey. Hershey the Shetland. They do have pony rides here for the kids.
It was really fast. I had a splinter go through my nail and I would not let anybody else touch it.
Fun. This one's saddled up, ready to go. Beautiful. Oh, that one's got a pretty braid. These are saddled up, ready for some pony rides. Here's the info on the pony rides. You'll be under 80 pounds, 48 inches. It's pretty neat. A lot of horses back there, they got it blocked off. Alright, here's Samson. Look at him. Woo! Isn't he pretty? That color. Yeah, smoky color. Wow. There's another Clydesdale rookie. What you doing, Ricky? Yeah.
Hey, Ricky.
What you doing? Here's Red, Belgium. Man, how tall they are. I've ridden a couple of horses, but none this tall. There's some big horses. Yeah. Whew. Man, he's a beast. What? He's a beast.
That's crazy. I thought the Clydesdales would be.
I know. Hey, Moose. Moose the Shetland.
Pretty.
Yeah. Beautiful. Alright, there's one more spot here I want to come in. This has got kind of the archives of some horses. Walt loved the horses.
Oh, it's Walt.
Yeah. Oh, I love that picture.
That was the first one born.
Hi, I'm Pip. I'm a penguin.
There's a little video.
Flamingo Fred. We're junior flyers at
Cigarettes,
night. You
carriages,
look like an animal
special place. Awesome. So this resort is so big that lots of people rent or bring a golf cart to move around in. Bring your bikes and ride around. Oh yeah, the electric bikes are cool. They do offer even fishing excursions. And there's a sandy beach area, some games. So I guess we're doing kind of a transportation video because we've taken the bus here, but you can take a boat over to Magic Kingdom. So we're gonna take a boat over there and then hop on a bus back to our original resort of the All-Star Movies. So this should be fun. Another nice little boat ride here in the Bay Lake area. Here's a map of the resort, how big it is. We've camped at several campgrounds and this is still my favorite. Can't wait to come back. This has got me wanting to plan a trip. Oh, here comes the boat. The horn means it's gonna dock. Catching the Bay Lake. Awesome. Which one would you want to catch the most?
Large.
The largemouth?
Unless there's some huge catfish.
I like to catfish. It's been a while. We need to do that again. I love catfishing. Yeah, you can rent a boat. Go out and fish. Alright, we're going to catch this boat.
Go watch the fireworks.
Yeah, you probably could.
Continuing on our adventure on Disney Transportation, we wanted to take this water taxi to Magic Kingdom area so we could then take a bus back to our resort to rest before returning to the Magic Kingdom for a nighttime event that we had booked.
So here's a mode of transportation we will not do today. This is the ferry boat and it takes you over to the parking area for Magic Kingdom. Since we're at a resort, we won't be going on the ferry. But we're trying almost every other kind of transportation today. I don't know if you've ever tried to take a nap at a Disney resort, but it was very loud. So we rested. So we'll see how tonight goes, staying up till 1 a.m.
We'll get enough snacks and sugar in us. We'll do that.
So now we're going back up to the front to catch a bus to take us back over to Magic Kingdom area. But then we want to ride the monorail over to the Polynesian. So more transportation.
So we were not able to get a reservation for Ohana. If you know, you know. It's hard to get that reservation. But I had heard that you could come to the Tambu Lounge without a reservation, located next door to Ohana, and still get those delicious noodles and some of the food. So that's what we did, and we arrived before the crowd showed up. We got us a nice little tiny table, and we loaded up with all those yummy goods.
turkey ribs, the sticky chicken, and the noodles. Take a bite of those noodles. Is that good? Teriyaki sauce good? I've been trying these chickens. Oh my goodness, that's good too. Great glaze on that. Try one of this. Ooh, that's coming right off the bone, isn't it? Yeah.
Tender, good sauce. Sure good.
We just walked right up to this Tambu Lounge. This is awesome. Good hack. We purchased a nighttime event ticket. We could arrive at Magic Kingdom at 7 p.m., so we rode the monorail back over there for this after-hours event. It takes place on select nights from January to March. That's what's posted right now. And the event is actually from 10 p.m. to 1 a.m., but you can enter the park at 7 p.m. So we have a few hours before the event officially begins. We got our wristbands and a park flyer that told us about where the treats would be located, what would be available to ride and do during the event. The park was still really packed, so we went to the Tomorrowland area and enjoyed the laugh floor, rode the People Mover, and then we went up to the elevator to ride the Astro Orbiter. The fireworks were at 8:15 and had begun, and what a spectacular view from the sky of those fireworks.
The next station is Tomorrowland Urban Planning and Star Traders. Transfer to green, and red lines. Don't worry, your express train keeps on rolling through the future, right by two of my favorite spots. Take the time to see this show.
After we enjoyed the fireworks, we enjoyed some coffee. We also got our fill of popcorn and Mickey bars and enjoyed all the rides with no wait. We only waited 15 minutes for Peter Pan's flight and 25 minutes for Seven Dwarfs Mine Train. It was such a fun evening, and I know we would do that again. We got to our resort about 1 a.m., but we got up early and caught a bus to Epcot.
And we're about to go ride Guardians of the Galaxy. I did get up this morning at 7 to try to book the virtual queue, and my phone the app kept crashing. So I had to delete the app and re-download the app, and then all the virtual queues were gone. So there's a helpful tip: if your app's crashing the day before, delete the app and download it the day before, because I was having issues yesterday too. But I was able to book us a lightning lane that we bought, so we're about to go ride it.
World Chillers, welcome to the wonders of Xandar.
So yesterday we learned that they like to put up these purple martin bird houses because it attracts these kind of birds that come in and eat the mosquitoes. So now we notice these at Epcot today.
Epcot during a festival is always fun. Here are some of the items we ate around the world in the World Showcase and at this festival. We had a park hopper ticket since this was such a quick trip. So that's why we started our morning at Epcot and enjoyed a lot of the foods that we had seen in some of the other video vlogs that we had watched, and loved trying some of the unique things that I don't make at home, so it's fun to try things from around the world.
It's pretty rainbow bread. Here's bread. Bread that out of this. Rainbow bread. How's that while I break the cord? It's really hot.
So after 2 p.m., they run buses over to the other parks, so we went over to Animal Kingdom. We also enjoyed Genie Plus on this trip. Since it was such a quick trip, I knew we would need it. And I was able to book a lot of rides that we wanted to do. So we rode Kilimanjaro Safari. It had a 90-minute wait, and we waited less than 5 minutes to get on it. So I highly recommend that, because this is one of the most popular rides there, and it was hot. You don't want to be waiting that long for a ride. Then I purchased the Lightning Lane for Flight of Passage, because that's one of my absolute favorite rides. So for coming all this way for a quick trip, I definitely want to ride it. So it had a long wait too, but with the Lightning Lane, you just walk right on. Same with Mount Everest. We walked right on with our Genie Plus that I had purchased. I was able to get a virtual queue for Guardians of the Galaxy at 1 o'clock, but it was for the time in the afternoon around 5 o'clock. So after we rode our few favorite things over at Animal Kingdom, we hopped on a bus, enjoyed a few more snacks, and then we got to ride Guardians of the Galaxies. And yes, we rode it twice in one day, and yes, it was amazing both times. Since we had ridden almost all types of Disney transportation in 2 days, we decided we had to ride the Skyliner as well. So we got on the Skyliner and rode it over to Hollywood Studios. And then we got on our resort bus from there over to the All-Star Movies Resort for the evening. Because why not? We'd ridden every other Disney transportation and not this one. our flight didn't leave until after lunch, so we rode a bus to Disney Springs and enjoyed a visit to Jock Lindsay's Hangar Bar. We got the special from the Celebrate Soulfully menu called the chicken on the egg, and it was so delicious. It's like a spicy little chicken nugget on top of a deviled egg. We ended our time here at the Ghirardelli chocolate shop. We grabbed some special chocolates to take home for our kids and my favorite coworker. And then we walked next door and got us a Ghirardelli sundae before we had to head to the airport. This was such a fun adventure for just the two of us. I'm so glad we planned this last minute trip. So until our next one, think about what's your ETA to your next adventure.